What's up guys, I'm Jeff Rizzo from riznos.com. Today we are reviewing the GoPro Hero 5 Session, which is a ridiculously small action camera. It actually looks almost identical to the Hero 4 Session, although this one is silver in color, that one is black. It still is a 1" by 1" by 1" cube. It's still water resistant down to 10 meters without an external housing unit, so right out of the box it is water resistant, although it doesn't float unfortunately. It still has just 2 buttons, and it is still the most portable, most versatile, most durable action camera we've ever tested from GoPro. But if it's so similar to the Hero 4 Session, why would you spend up for this guy? And really it has to do with everything under the hood. There's some big time upgrades there. So we're gonna cover that and everything else you need to know about this camera in this video. So let's do the dang thing. Right, so today we're talking about the Hero 5 Session, but if you're just kind of looking in general for action cameras, you should definitely check out riznos.com/deals, our deal site. Like every single day we're finding really great deals and discounts on gear that you guys actually care about. So we'll drop the link to that down below in the description. Now the Hero 5 is pretty similar to the original Session in terms of design. So I already covered that. Let's talk about the stuff I haven't mentioned there, and then later on we'll talk about media quality. So first up, probably the coolest thing about the Hero 5 Session is that it's so concealable and lightweight. It's like the perfect action camera for mounting on a helmet or bringing with you like literally anywhere. Nobody even hardly knows it's an action camera. You can just drop it in your pocket if you want to. The combination of size and video quality is unbeatable. The one thing is you don't have a proper screen, so you can't like view what the shot is going to look like. You do have a small viewing window that allows you to see settings and select which mode that you want to be in. Luckily, however, it does have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for connecting to GoPro applications, and with those you can control the camera, change the settings, and then you can see what your shot is going to look like in real time, and then all of your previously recorded media as well. Look, I know that's probably not a perfect fix for people out there, but the camera is just too small and there's no room for that additional display. Now the Hero 5 also still features dual microphones, one on the front, one on the back, and they pick up pretty good audio. You can hear some of the processing sound and the external sound, but for a camera this size, it has good audio. You just never know what you're gonna pick up.
Dude, can you believe Jeff? He doesn't like Captain Crunch. He doesn't like Captain Crunch. Dude, he must be a serial killer like Jeffrey Dahmer. Absolutely. And plus, I mean,
who am I? Jeff, look at my muscles. I mean, look at me, man. I don't like Captain Crunch.
hey, you want a salad? Dude, I heard he hangs out with his girlfriend on Saturdays. Dude, you know what Saturdays are for.
So yeah, Saturdays are for the boys. We all know that, but I hate my friends. The other thing that you'll notice if you're staring at the Hero 5 is that there are a bunch of screws around the edge of the lens, and that's so if you scratch that lens cap, you can just pop it off and put a new one on, which is nice if you plan on going hard with this camera. So you can replace that, but unfortunately there's no option for replacing the batteries, but at least the battery life is kind of good. I mean, depending on which settings that you're using. It does have one-touch recording, so that helps to save battery life. You press the button, it turns the camera on, starts recording automatically. You press it a second time, it pauses it, saves that recording, and turns off the camera. So I just say to expect 1 to 2 hours of battery life with this camera, so it's kind of moderate battery life on the Hero 5 Session. Now, one big time addition on the performance side that also happens to be a huge battery life suck is voice commands. This feature is pretty awesome. It allows you to just basically yell at your GoPro and get it to do what you want it to, and you can like switch modes, start and stop recording, take a picture, add a highlight, and also some other stuff. This feature works great, but don't leave it running because it's definitely going to crush your battery. And if you want to hear more about this, check out our review of the Hero 5 Black. We show a little bit more about the range and how it works in that video, so it's kind of the same for this camera as well. Now moving on to media recording, I think the Hero 5 Session is a big time step forward over the OG Session, chiefly due to 2 things. The first is it now shoots up to 4K at 30 frames per second, and it also does 1080p all the way up to 90 frames per second. I don't know that the optics have been improved at all, but I still think the video turns out pretty good on this thing. Also, I should mention that you do now have linear view that kind of takes away the curvature of the lens, but it's not really my favorite feature because you can see the seam where it stitches together everything. It's not quite perfect yet. And then on the slow motion side now, it does 720p up to 120 frames per second. So you can get some pretty good slow motion shots on this as well. And that's what you're looking at right now. So that's pretty awesome. But here is the Mac Daddy feature. It's image stabilization. This can smooth out those bumpy shots and turn around some seriously terrible clips, stuff that's almost unusable. Honestly, it's the single reason why I'd opt for this over the Hero session. It does have a time-lapse mode also, and a night-lapse mode, and a single and burst photo mode. And actually, this time we get 10 megapixel stills as opposed to 8 megapixel stills. But I think image stabilization is the kicker there. I guess the last thing that I can't really leave out is that the Hero 5 session, starting in spring 2017, will be compatible with the Kamra drone, while the Hero 5 Black and the Hero 4 Silver and the Black are compatible with that drone from the get-go. In any event, though, testing that Kamra drone should be pretty cool. But back to the Hero 5 session. Look, at $299, it really is a good overall camera. The size is awesome, the media quality is really good, and the voice commands and stabilization make it worthwhile, I think, over the Hero session. Some people might want to have a display on their camera. In that case, I'd say go with the Hero 4 Silver. And if you want some deals on that, we'll probably have some on our website, or just spend up for the Hero 5 Black. And that's it for this review. Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe, write us in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.